You know, these things are pretty simple, but if I would have known them when I first started making videos, I would have saved myself a lot of time. Alright, what's up guys? My name is JacQ, and today we're going to be covering what I would like to call my 10 commandments of content creation. But there's only 7 of them. So my 7 commandments of content creation. These are practices that apply at every level of content creation and won't cost you a penny to use. Also, if you find these tips helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I cover a lot of content on this channel to help you create the content that you want to make. Make sure to stay to the last tip because it's probably the most important out of all of them. So let's go ahead and start off with an easy one. Watch content. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean literally sit down with a paper and a pencil, watch your favorite content, the content that you want to make, and take notes. Keep an eye out for the transitions they use, the music they use, the type of effects that they use, everything, and see what you want to implement into your own videos, because this will start to give you the building blocks basically at which you're going to build your own content upon. When you start off making content, you don't really know what you want to do. Like, I mean, you have an idea, you know the type of videos you want to make, but like, what effects do you want to have? How do you want to structure a video? What music do you want to have? And this is what I'm talking about. Literally go out and consume other content in the industry that relates to what you're doing and then implement that in your own special way. Now, this does not mean sit on YouTube all day and watch random videos. You have to actively be paying attention to the videos you're watching. Even these subtle details are really what can push a video over the top. Now, for our second tip, treat it like a job. Now, I say treat it like a job because at a job, even if you're not wanting to work, you still have to go in and work. There's something that stops that, and that's how you should treat this. Now, don't sit here and grind yourself down to the bone. Don't make it to where you hate making content, but even if you're unmotivated, you have to push yourself. Successful people are not successful because they were motivated all the time. Successful people are successful because even when they weren't motivated, they still put in the time and effort to get better. You don't have to sit down and do it every single day, but at least a couple times a week, you have to sit down, put work forward, and try to get better. Whether it means working on thumbnails, recording videos, editing videos, whatever you want to do, but you have to put work forward. And I promise you, if you put work forward, you're gonna see results. Now, for our third tip, don't focus on the numbers. And this is something that I'm personally still pretty bad about, but dude, I mean, there are times where I can literally like every hour, every couple hours, open up YouTube Studio, look at what are my views, what's my click-through rate, what's my audience retention, and I've gotten to the point with myself where it doesn't really affect me as much anymore, but dude, it can be very devastating to sit here, put hours into a project, and oh, you only get 19 views. But hey, it happens. At the beginning, it happens, and you shouldn't let these numbers discourage you. Everybody starts off somewhere, and it's gonna take time to get bigger and grow to what you wanna be. Now, this tip leads into our fourth tip, but learn the numbers. Now, yes, I definitely just said to not worry about the numbers, but that does not mean you can ignore them. These numbers are very valuable in a sense. If you can read them, you learn a lot about your content. If you're looking at your audience retention and then all of a sudden it just kind of drops, maybe there's something in that video where people just really didn't like it. And in your next video, you should probably take it out. Maybe you can see that a majority of your audience isn't subscribed. So what do? You do a call to action. You tell people, hey, like my video, subscribe. Here's the content I make. I hope you like it. I literally did one at the beginning of this video. And, you know, maybe you look at your click-through rate and, well, my click-through rate's pretty low in this video. Maybe your thumbnail's not good. Maybe your title needs a little bit of work. Oh, my click-through rate's super high for this video. Stick with that thumbnail style. Stick with the tile style. But these are things that you need to be able to read to understand, like, hey, maybe I need to change something. And that's really the important things about these analytics. It's a way to quantify the quality of your content. Now, although these numbers aren't a perfect way to rate your content, it does give you insight about what you need to be doing as a content creator to further improve yourself. Now, this leads us into tip number 5, be harsh, but not too harsh. Now, what this means is that you have to be able to objectively watch your content and realize, hey, people are gonna love this, or hey, this is terrible and I need to do something else. There are a lot of people that sit down, make some content and think, oh my God, dude, I've put so many hours into this. Everybody's going to love it. Turns out it's not as great as they thought. That's not to discourage you, but you have to be able to sit down and objectively watch your content and understand whether people are going to like it or not. Take all the feelings that you have about all the hours and hard work you put into this content, throw it over there where it cannot be seen and you don't care about it. Watch your content. If you like it and you think it's good and you think other people are going to like it, then go ahead and put it out. But if it's bad and you need to fix some things, stop, don't put the video out, fix a couple things, and then put it out. Now, that does not mean sit on the video for a couple weeks and keep tweaking things over and over until you need to put it out, because honestly, a perfect video is never going to happen. You're always going to be able to find something that you think could have been just a little bit better. You have to be able to make a balance here so you can put content out regularly, but also have a lot of quality with your work. All right, number 6. This is a quick one, but check your work. And honestly, this tip is pretty similar to number 1, because at the end of every single one of my videos, once it's done and rendered, I open that MP4, I watch through every second, I intently watch, and I think, okay, where did I mess up? I wanted to zoom here. Did I not zoom in the right thing? Could I be centered a little bit more? Is this text messed up? Is something glitching out here? Does something not look perfect? I cannot tell you the amount of times I've sat there, watched through a video, thought, oh, this is gonna be good. I fixed everything, it's gonna be perfect. I upload it, I get a message from a friend and it says, hey, at 3 minutes and 42 seconds, you misspelled dog or something. You know what I mean? I'll put like a U in there. I'm not even realizing it, but I just miss it. And I absolutely hate that. I actually did it with one of these videos on the channel a couple weeks ago. In the intro that I have, I left the text saying text animations when it was supposed to be like how to edit like Pokemon or something like that. And that's what you have to do. Just whenever you're done editing, you have it rendered out, sit there, watch through your content, make sure what you did was right, because trust me, it is a lot better to spend 20 minutes watching a video, maybe another 40 minutes for it to render out again. And it's a lot better than having somebody message you saying at 3:40 you spelled dog D-U-G. Whew, all right. Covered 6 tips. Here's number 7 and the last one, and honestly the most important: make content. Now, when you're learning to run, you do not start off running. You walk, then you run. Content creation works the same way. You will not jump leaps and bounds on your first day. You have to start somewhere and understand that your content is not going to be amazing when you start out. And honestly, if I can find a clip from my very first video, I'm going to put it in here and show you how bad it was.
Oh shit, I backed up. Guys, I need help.
But this is the only way that you can get better. You have to make content. So like I said, everybody starts somewhere, but the only way to improve is to make content. Focus on your craft, work on what you're doing, and always look to improve. I promise you, if you constantly look to raise the bar on your own content and improve yourself, you will set yourself apart in a way that nobody else can even compare. And this is the only way to do it. You have to sit down, put in the work, make some bad videos, and eventually you'll make some good videos. And then after that, you'll make great videos. It's just how this cycle works. Like I said, these are things that I personally wish I would have known when I first started making content. They really help out a lot and help you to roughen out the edges of what you want to be. But I hope you guys found this video helpful. If so, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. We're going to be covering a lot more content about how to improve your own content. And also make sure to let me know down in the comments below if maybe there was a tip or a commandment that you think I should have covered in this video. Also, make sure to check out my main channel where I put a lot of these effects and tips into use. And until next time, peace.
Winston in the ship, and Winston goes, May, what's on your mind? And May says, can you switch to Orisa?
Guys, remember.